Okay, welcome. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a little bit of use for our winter pears that we sat there and we picked in a previous video 2 weeks ago. So as you can see, they still look green, all right, but now my wife's going to be peeling. You can see how juicy they've already become. They're actually softened up even though the skin has not changed very much. So this is going to be 2 quick ways of what to do with them. So first we're going to do a peel. You can see they're really starting to soften up. The peel's sticking. So next we would move over. So now this is just I've been peeling and stacking. So then we're going to shift down, shift down, shift down, shift down. Next we're moving over and we're going to be cutting them. So we're going to clean them up. We're going to cut them in quarters basically. You can cut them however you want. I just slice everything in half first, then I quarter it, then I take my knife, get everything out real quick. Wife drops it on the floor, moves on, drops it on the floor. That one didn't go on the floor, but you get the gist. We're basically just trying to get the seeds and the core out. We're going to bring our jar in. Now the wife's going to load a jar. So we're going to load our quarters in. So we're just going to load it up. Try to get as much in as we can. You can also dice them up. You know, we'll do a couple dice too. We'll show a couple of those on the end. But you can dice them. We're just doing quarters. So spin the jar a little bit. Shake the jar a little bit. So you just give it a little shake. You put a couple more in there. As you can tell, this is the wife's first time of actually doing pears. So that's just a little seed laying there if anybody wanted to know what was sitting on the. So that's it. You don't need to, not all the way to the top. Okay. So we're just gonna.
That's enough. So
that's enough. So now what we're gonna do is we just ladle in. Basically, all this is it's just a sugar water mixture with a little fruit pectin in there. So basically, that will keep your pears looking fresh. So all I did was, you can do this however you want for your own sweetness. So get some water, get it to a nice slight boil, add your sugar, and then just taste it for sweetness. That's going to be your syrup that your pears are going to sit in. So we're going to load our jar. One more. You want to eat a little bit more? That's it. So now our pears are loaded. And from there, they're just going to set until we get enough of it, and we're going to water bathe it, you know, to seal it, and that will be all for this one. So okay, so now what we're doing, this is the second part of what we're going to do. We've done some canning already. So now we're going to do some pear sauce. So now what we're doing, you know, chop our pears up, put them in a pot. Now we're going to move over to a rolling boil. And we're just going to let them sit in here for a while until they get nice and mushy. Then we're going to load up our blender. Okay, so we've got her loaded. As you see, so what we'll do is we'll toss in a little bit of a little pectin, fruit fresh. We're steaming up my camera. We'll put a little bit in there. Toss it in there, honey. And now we'll put some sugar in. So she'll do this a little half. So we'll just put a little bit of sugar in. And basically all we're gonna do is sweeten as we go. That's it. All right, so now we're just gonna put it on. Now we're just gonna blend it. So we'll kick our blender on as soon as my wife gets done doing her thing. So we'll put her on there. We'll go with it. So now we have our sauce. Now my wife is gonna give it a sample. Is it good, honey? Awful sweet. Really sweet. So now, so that's one. We can just toss it in a jar just like this. But next, so now we're just gonna put a little cinnamon in there. You put a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. So now we'll put it back on. Turn it around again. We'll open her back up. So now we have cinnamon pear sauce. So we'll just fill our jar up. And we'll water bathe this also. And now we're going to take our blender and load the next batch. Okay, so and that right there will close out today's video. So we have our cinnamon pear sauce on this side. We have our canned pears on this side. We have quarters and we have little cubes. I mean, the pear sauce alone, great for the children. You know, baby food's expensive. Say what you can. So, yeah. So now they're just going to end up going in a water bath, which, I mean, most people already know how to do that. So, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe.